Hello, dear students, Namaste, and welcome to you all to the compulsory English class of grade 10. How are you, dear all? Great, I am also fine. Can you guess what we are going to discuss today? Yes, we are going to continue Unit 7. What is the theme of the unit? Absolutely right. This is cyber security. So, under this, today we are going to discuss three things. So, can you guess what this picture resembles? Okay, yes, that's correct. It is pronunciation. There is another. Please make a guess. Okay. Wow, wonderful. That is also correct. Speaking activity. And finally, we'll deal with one task, that is, yes, good, writing task. Means we are going to do three things in this class: pronunciation, speaking, and writing. Are you ready? Good. So please be ready with your necessary materials so that you can take some notes as well as do exercises together. Okay? Good. Let's begin with the first section, that is pronunciation section. So it says, read the following sentences with the correct pronunciation and write their intonation patterns. Have you ever heard about intonation patterns? Yes or no? Okay, very good. Some of you said as and some of you said no as well. Don't worry, even if you have not heard about intonation in English. Today we are going to learn about them, okay? How we can practice intonation in our daily lives as well, okay? So you have to do two things. You have to pronounce the sentences, read them correctly, and write the intonation patterns as well. Are you ready? Okay, so let me introduce what intonation is first. It is the way voice rises or falls when speaking. In other words, it is the music of the language. So it makes English language musical. In addition, the voice tends to rise, fall, or remain flat depending on the meaning or feeling we want to convey. So what message you want to convey? Is that a surprise, anger, interest, boredom, gratitude, etc.? Based on that, you have to change the flow of your voice. Means sometimes you have to speak louder, sometimes you have to speak, let's say, a bit slowly as well with low pitch. So your voice sounds like this. Okay, dear students, I guess it is clear to you. So there are four types of intonation that are practiced in English. The first one is falling intonation. Could you guess what the next type is? Okay, that's wonderful. Rising intonation. And the combination of both falling and rising intonations, they are rising, falling intonation, and finally falling, rising intonation. So you might have some confusion, okay, what is falling intonation, what is rising intonation. Don't worry, because I'm going to give you some practice with sentences as well. Okay, ready? Okay, very good. So let's begin with some basics of intonation. As I said, it indicates the mood of the speaker. There are two basic patterns of intonation in English: rising and falling. Rising is expressed in writing through this sort of symbol, whereas falling intonation is resembled with the help of this sort of arrow. Okay, students, so let's see some examples of falling intonation. Nice to meet you. Dan wants to change his car. Car. Okay. Write your name here. Put your books on the table. Put your books on the table. How many books have you bought? That's a good surprise. Okay, please read out the rest of the sentences like I just did now. Okay, so let me tell you when we use this type of intonation. In falling intonation, the pitch of the voice falls at the end of the sentence. So you can see the marks here. Okay, it is commonly found in statements. These two are statements. Commands. These two are commands. W as questions. These two are W as questions, and exclamations. Last two sentences are exclamatory sentences. Okay, let's move to another type, that is rising intonation. Do you like your new teacher? What sort of sentence is it? Yes, that is ask no question. May I borrow your calculator? Does she sell stamps? Does she sell stamps? Okay. You like pizza, don't you? Don't you? She is a new student, isn't she? In this way, you have to raise your voice at the end of such sentences to make them as rising intonation. So this type of intonation is commonly practiced in ask no questions and question tags that are real questions, okay, in which the voice rises at the end of a sentence. Let's see the third one. These are the most common types. Look at the third one, rising falling intonation. She bought some bread, meat and apples. Bread, meat and apples. The pen comes in red, black and pink. Pink. Would you like to have tea or coffee? Tea or coffee? If she calls, ask her to leave a message. So could you please make a guess when we use rising falling intonation? That's wonderful. So pitch first rises and then falls. It normally is used with list of items. You can see red, black and pink. This is an example of list of items. Good. Choices, for example, tea or coffee. Choices. Or alternative questions. In conditional sentences also, the tone rises at the beginning and later it falls in the main clause. Did you get my point? Okay, dear students, please find more about these patterns because these are most commonly practiced. One is there, falling rising intonation, which is practiced or used in a single word. Please go through your extra bit section of this chapter, Unit 7. There are some examples with explanation, or else you can use other resources to find more about intonation. Now, let's do one activity. So, in your pronunciation section, there is one activity. There are a set of sentences, where you have to practice them pronouncing correctly with correct intonation as well as write their intonation patterns. Have you found the exercise? Pronunciation section, Unit 7. Very good. Please try doing them. Done? Okay, very good. So let's see the sentences. I'm going to meet my e-friend. What sort of sentence is it? Okay, first you have to find out what type of sentence it is. For example, this is a simple sentence. So simple sentence or general statement ends with rising or falling intonation? Yes, absolutely. With falling intonation. Very good. So you have to produce or pronounce the sentence as I'm going to meet my email friend. Next sentence. Why? This is WS question. So it falls. Why? Now what type of sentence is it? Is it because I am 60 years old? Yes, it is. Ask no question. So right, this is falling intonation. This is falling and rising. Okay. Next sentence in C is, what type of sentence is it? Expression. Yes, exclamation. It is God. First your voice rises, then falls. God. I try to digest this new information. Information. Okay. Again, falling, falling. Is it because I'm 60 years old? Rising. Or is it because I have big belly? Big belly. She knows me as a boy, doesn't she? This is, yes, ask the question, rising intonation. Do you know what she said about you? Do you know what she said about you? There are two questions. First, ask the question. Second, WS question. It is, in total, indirect question. Very good. So, here is a list of items, okay? They came out of the car, waited for the goal, and finally returned home. They came out of the car, waited for the goal, and finally returned home. In this way. Last sentence. You are obsessed, Dad. You are obsessed, Dad. Dad. Okay, dear students, please write their intonation patterns as per these red symbols, okay? Good. Okay, students, thank you very much for your active participation in pronunciation section or activities related to pronunciation. Now we'll do speaking tasks. The first task under speaking is A. Both Anuja and her father were embarrassed after Dhruva revealed they were spotted by the girl's mother while waiting for Anuja's friend. Say what the father and daughter should and shouldn't have done to avoid the guilt. You have to write, or you can write anything, what Anuja and her father should have done or shouldn't have done. What do you think? There is one example, don't worry. This is the way you have to present your ideas. For example, A. Anuja shouldn't have introduced herself as a boy to her friend. Okay. So what mistakes they have committed, what they should not have done to make them right. You have to write some sentences. Don't worry about making all 5 sentences, or you can write more sentences as well. But try making as many sentences as you can. Will you do that? Okay, very good. Will you please share one? Okay, this is your example. What did you say? Repeat that once. Very good. Anuja should have spent much time on her studies. Okay. So she uses a lot of, let's say, or she involves in chatting or using Facebook, etc. Rather, she should have spent much time on her studies. Next. Okay, very good. Please compare your sentence with mine. She shouldn't have become friends with the people whom she did not know. Okay. She chatted with unknown people as well. This is what she shouldn't have done. Next sentence, I guess they have made a mistake, or let's say is they shouldn't have done is she shouldn't have picked her friend. Okay, she chatted somebody else with, becoming a boy, not a girl. Okay, that's why she picked. Is it correct to do so? Definitely not. And my last sentence for you is, the father should have let Anuja come out of the car first. Okay, dear students, so these are the way we use yes to criticize somebody. Okay. So under speaking activity in this particular section, okay, we are going to learn how to criticize people or criticizing. Okay, so you have to use one structure has been practiced. Okay, that is, she shouldn't have become friends with the people whom she didn't know. Means one structure is yes, shouldn't have plus past participle form, or should have plus past participle form of the verb. Okay, so please try making more sentences. As I said, you can make many sentences if you try. Will you try? Good. Let's move to next activity. So there are some conversations. I mean to say there are 3 conversations. Okay, so you have to study them and make other conversations like the ones given in the example. So let's practice. Okay, dear students, let's practice the first conversation.
I finished all my project work last night. I'm really exhausted now.
You should do your work on time and go to bed early.
Okay, dear students, could you please guess what criticism or what structure is used in this particular conversation to criticize? What did he say? Yes, that is wonderful. Should do. Okay, you should do your work on time and go to bed early. So this is the expression for criticizing. Okay, next conversation. Conversation 2.
Samriddhi, why are you late again?
I'm sorry, I missed my boss.
You should have reached the station on time.
Okay, dear students, I guess you are practicing these conversations, aren't you? Very good. Let's see the next conversation. Conversation 3. In this conversation, should have reached. The station is used. Okay. Now, dear student, let's move to the next conversation. That is conversation 3. Let's practice reading it together. Okay. Gagan, my friend is angry with me. Sajan, I think you shouldn't have spoken with her harshly. So here the underlined part is used as the structure to criticize people. Okay, dear students, let's begin or let's have some real practices. There are given some situations. Okay, under C, it says work in pairs, means with your partner, at least 2 people should be there. Criticize your partner in the following situations. What are the situations then? These are the situations in which you have to have similar conversations that we have just practiced. So the first one is your partner has lost his or her money. Okay, so this is what has happened to your partner and you have to criticize him or her. What he or she should have done or what he or she should do now. You can do 2 things. Okay, so to criticize people about their past activities, okay, about past, you should use should or shouldn't have plus past participle. Okay, or else you can give some suggestions with criticism using should plus infinitive or base form of the verb. Or even you can use must. Okay, so shouldn't have plus past participle for the wrongs your friends have done, and for suggestions with criticism. Okay, for example, I lost my money. Okay, what criticism could you make? Very good. You should have been very careful. What should I do now? Okay, you should be careful about it. You should be careful about your money, etc. In this way, you can make dialogues. So the situations are given here. Please read them carefully. We'll practice 1 or 2 items together, and rest of the things are your tasks. Okay. So let's practice the first one. The first situation is your partner has lost his or her money. You have to work together with your friend. Okay. And now, could you please think about or practice it, make a conversation? Okay, very good. You can do it. Please try it. 2 people, okay, 2 girls are talking here. Avilasha says, "Hey, Pari, what's up? You look sad." Parina, "Yes, Avi." Avi means Avilasha. "Yes, Avi, I lost my money yesterday." "Now, Avilasha, you should have kept it safe." This is how you can criticize. Or else you could say, yes, you said it correctly. You should be careful enough. Very good. Let's see the situation in B, dialogue in B. So, as I said, should have kept is used here to criticize. Next in B, she got low grades in English. How would you criticize? Okay, could you please make a dialogue? Very good. Susan, I have got low grades in English. You must have worked hard. Tom criticizes with or saying, you must have worked hard. Again, Susan says, I'll work hard and get a good grade in English next time. And what is the criticism or structure? Okay, very good. You must have worked hard. Okay, dear students, let's see the next situation in C. He or she has forgotten to do her or his homework. Okay. Now, please try having a conversation with your partner. Good, good. Well done, dear students. So let's have a conversation with my dialogue. I'll present one. Okay, Pasang, where is your homework? Sila, oh, I have forgotten to do my homework. Oh, I have forgotten to do my homework. Again, Pasang says, have you? You must be sincere about it. Where is the criticism? Okay, very good. Must be sincere. Very good. Okay, dear students, let's see the last one. Last meant to say, rest of the things are your tasks or home assignments. Okay, you have to have practice under the rest of the activities yourself, based on these models. So, my sample dialogue for you is, Krishna, you look worried. What's the matter? Namrata, somebody has hacked my email. Again, Krishna says, so sad. You shouldn't have kept an easy password. Okay, dear students, what is the criticism here or the structure? Okay, this sentence, you shouldn't have kept an easy password. This is the criticism, and the structure is shouldn't have kept. Okay, dear kids, please, dear students, please do the rest of the activities yourself. Long list of activities are there. Okay, and let's say make a pair, try making conversations, and ask your teacher to judge, okay, whether you are doing it correct or not. Can you do them? Okay, thank you very much. So up to now we have done pronunciation or dealt with pronunciation section, as well as did some, let's say, speaking practice. Now we'll move to the next activity. Okay, dear students, let's move to another activity. This is the last activity that we are going to do, writing activity. So it says, let's see an example before we start writing. What do you think? What type of text is it? Very good. Somebody said it is an opinion article. Good. So look at the, let's say, title given there. Okay. And the title of this entire article is Our Chance for Healthier Children. And there is the name of the writer. And there is a picture as well. Okay. And your task is like this. Write a newspaper article on internet and cyber security. Use the following guidelines in your article. Okay. So what is the title of your article? Good. Internet and cyber security. Okay. Don't worry. You can use, or you have some guidelines. Based on that, you can write your article. Okay. Let's see. This is your question, and you have to write incorporating these points: introduction to the internet and technology, use of internet in our daily lives. The third one is abuses of the internet. So next is need and ways of data privacy. Last one is conclusion. So you have to introduce the topic, talk about uses of internet in our daily lives. There could be some abuses as well, misuses as well. Okay. And need and ways of data privacy means you have to have at least 5 paragraphs. Okay. So let me show you one example from a newspaper. Okay, the Kathmandu Post. So do you think, so let me ask you one question. What are the components of a newspaper? Okay, very good. News are there. Advertisements, good. So do you think we have space to keep our voices, to write our voices, to raise our voices? Yes, there is one. So in the middle section, okay, so you can find articles where we can write about the issues of, so we can write about the issues of public concern. What do you think is to be published? If you think so, you can write and get them published in the columns like this. And among these, so op-ed article or news article is one. Okay. So here under this writing task, we are going to practice the same thing. Okay. So an article in which the writer expresses their personal opinion, okay, about particular issue or item of news. As I said, we can express our thoughts. What should be true? What should be there? Okay, gives readers opportunity to share their views, opinions, etc., and may be written by journalists, freelancers, political leaders, or experts, okay, in certain field. So what sort of structure should be there? Headline, okay. So what is the heading of our task? Internet and cyber security. And you have to write at the top middle position, okay, you have to have your title written, followed by byline. Okay, so it is the place where your name should be written or the writer's name should be written. But it is not always good idea to write our own names in certain conditions like exams. Okay, please I don't suggest you to write your real names in such condition. So by adding the writer's name, just write anything you like, okay, any name you like. Next, body, it consists of what your opinions are and what your evidence related to the topic are. So your opinions, as well as you have to find out some evidence, piece of evidences, okay, pieces of evidence to support your claim. Images can be used if they are necessary only, otherwise don't do so. And sometimes you can have multiple subheadings under the main title or main heading. Okay, dear students, so while writing a newspaper article, okay, you have to be very careful about the structure of writing paragraphs or essays. So you have to consider the given points, because we have, in this particular task, you have 5 different topics. Okay. Next thing you have to consider is you have to write a thesis statement at the beginning paragraph, so that it, let's say, incorporates all the ideas, okay, of your piece of writing. And while changing paragraphs, okay, you have to have a thesis statement, you have to have a topic sentence in every paragraphs. Okay, every paragraph has a topic sentence. Entire piece of writing has a thesis statement, and every paragraph should have a topic sentence. And you have to have other supporting ideas as well to clarify your concept or ideas. Okay, let's see one article based on the question that is given. So write the title at the top middle position of your page, and followed by writer's name. For example, this is written by Renuja. We don't mention time. Okay, let me read out the first paragraph. It is related to introduction part. In today's fast-paced world, the internet has become an inseparable part of our lives, which has brought a revolution in the way we communicate, work, and access information. As we are in the digital age, the importance of the internet and cybersecurity cannot be overstated. The evolution of technology has brought about incredible convenience and innovation, but it has also given rise to new challenges and threats that demand our vigilance and protective measures. So, the last sentence is the thesis statement, because we are going to talk about what? Uses, abuses, data privacy, etc. We should have these 3 things. Okay, let me clarify it. The evolution of technology has brought about incredible convenience and innovation. Means uses. It has made our life easier than before. Next, but it has also given rise to new challenges. It has, let's say, problems and threats as well. To curb or control those challenges or problems, we have to be careful, and we have to adopt some protective measures as well. So this last sentence is the thesis statement of the entire article. Okay, so here in the next paragraph you have to talk about what benefits or privileges or uses, okay, are there related to internet. Okay, what benefits can we get from the internet? Please read them out and get some ideas. I'll move on to the next paragraph. He talks about the uses. Okay, continue paragraph. Okay, these 3 dots, 4 dots means the paragraph is broken. Continued. The same technology that empowers us can also be exploited by malicious actors, means harmful actors. So this deals with the challenges. What demerits does the internet have? So please read the entire paragraph, find out ideas. Okay, dear students, so the next point you are given is related to data privacy. Okay, so how can we manage to control data theft or control ourselves from losing our data? Okay, so the paragraph starts with the need for robust, means strong, effective data privacy measures has never been more critical. The constant flow of personal information online demands strict protection of data. Okay, so the entire paragraph deals with how can we be safe from the hackers. And next paragraph is related to the conclusion. Okay, as we forge ahead into an increasingly digital future, the relationship between technology and security becomes more evident. Okay, so please try to read the paragraph, find out ideas, and conclude yourself. So don't copy these ideas, dear students. Get some ideas and try to write yourself. Okay, because writing is such a skill that is enhanced only by writing something. So please, my suggestion to you is never copy something from some sources. Please get some ideas, write yourself. Okay, please write or produce a similar article and show it to your teacher. Okay, dear students, now we are at the end of the class. I have only one task for you. It is a home assignment. Write a newspaper article on the use of social sites and its effects. So we have discussed, okay, different social media, social sites in our previous classes. So please, based on that, write the use, okay, of it. You have to use the given clues: introduction to social sites, benefits, proper use and precautions, and finally you have to give a suitable conclusion as well. Okay, dear students, with this discussion, we have come to the end of today's class. Today, we discussed 3 different things: pronunciation item, speaking task, as well as writing newspaper articles. I guess you have enjoyed the lesson and it has become fruitful to you as well. Thank you very much for your active participation. I hope that you will actively engage in other lessons as well. Keep learning. We'll meet again in the next episode. Till then, goodbye and namaste.